North London. Yes, it's that day, Gooners. Finally, the one we've all been waiting for. North London is ready.
Lifting the level and the
Let's make it happen.
Morning of the game, let's go, man. Let's make it happen.
Tonight is the night.
Let's make it happen.
This is who we are.
Make it happen.
Mr. Galaxy, we need it on set. Mr. Galaxy.
I can hear it in my head. Make it happen. Make it happen.
So tell us about your role, Will.
One second, sorry.
Sorry, Will?
I can hear it in my head. Make it happen.
We have a really strong connection together. Let's make it happen now.
Ready.
What's going on, Gooners, and welcome to the Arsenal Stadium, ready for that massive game here against Real Madrid. I'm your host, Frimmy, and of course next to me is my guy, Jezza. Bro, the big one's finally here.
It is a big one. We've been talking about this game for how long?
Mate,
weeks.
It's been absolutely weeks, and it's finally here, and yeah, I'm so gassed, I'm so excited.
Listen,
I just
just
before
we start, all right?
Yeah.
It must be a big game.
Yeah.
Because when I look at your barnet, the haircut, the trim is
are you
fresh.
talking about my trim?
The trim's fresh.
Listen, it's a big occasion. I had to make sure that I came
That
correct.
you look good, all right?
I basically want to distract Mbappe when he's running down here with the sharpness of my trim. But listen, it's absolutely massive. Is there any game do you think is more massive than this during the season?
God, this is the biggest game of the season by a mile. And we were talking off air about could it be the biggest game that we've seen at the Emirates?
Yeah,
It's one of those where quarterfinals in the Champions League, we've been so waiting so long for this, then win the quarterfinals. So yeah, huge, man, massive.
I love that. Listen, guys, we're going to go straight into the team news. The team news is up. So look at the team right here. This is more the same, really.
It is. That's what we kind of expected.
Yeah.
We've been talking about will Saka start, not start. And I think the fact that they've talked about him getting back about a week ago, you knew he was always going to start. You knew Mikel was waiting for this game to put him from the start.
Kyle can't miss a game like this. It just can't happen.
Listen, if you think common sense, right? He's just got back on the bench, scored on the bench again. This is the game. You don't want him to be on the bench. You want him to start and then just see what he can do. Do you know what I mean?
You've had a few hamstring injuries, I'm guessing.
I've had every injuries, man. Every injuries you can imagine, I've had it.
Is it harder, like you said, to get back?
Do you know what it is? It's just you think you're ready.
Yeah.
And then it's just your brain. Your brain is so scared of pulling the hamstring again that even in training, you just think, yeah, I've got that ball. Yeah, you sprint, but you don't sprint 100%. There's always a little bit of, let's just put the handbrake up just a little bit, just in case he goes again. So that is, as soon as you've kind of cleared your brain and then you know you're fine and you can sprint 100%, then you're good, man.
Love that. Another player, probably one of the biggest games he's probably ever played in. Left back, Miles Skelly. What do you think's going through his head?
Well, do you know what? These kids have impressed me so much since he, started playing that I actually think he's got no fear.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You bring Mbappe, Vinicius, whoever you want. He's just so confident in his ability and what he can do that I've never seen him stressing. I've never thought, I can see that he's still a young boy in that game. A bit of pressure, a bit of no fear whatsoever. So I'm expecting to see the same, from him like we've seen pretty much all season, man. He's just like, no fear, the kid.
Love that. Of course, Ethan's on the bench as well. Do you think there's like a possibility he can come on and do something? I know, of course, Bakayle's been thrown back in there, but
listen,
Ethan's electric, and when he comes off the bench, it's going to be crazy.
Let's be honest, realistically, can Bukayo play 90 minutes? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know what I mean? You've got to think there's another leg next week as well. Do you know what I mean? So it won't be a bad shout to see Ethan come in, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and then just fresh and just creating absolutely carnage in that defense, So, it's good to have options on the bench like Ethan, young, fresh, speed, everything. So, yeah.
I think we have to talk about, of course, Gabriel got injured in the match, but someone that has stepped in is Kivior. He's played very well in the past 2 games. This must be like a massive test for him.
Well, it's a huge test, because obviously he's one of those boys that, doesn't start very often, more as a cover, plays when there's injuries or suspension. In his mind, it's a big occasion, big game. Yeah. And he knows he's not silly. He knows that everybody's been talking about Gabriel's injuries and he's the one replacing it. So, listen, he's had a great game at the weekend at Everton away.
I even think he done well against Fulham as well. Like, I don't really think he put a foot wrong.
Yeah, no, he's came in, done his job, done really well. Obviously, it's another level tonight. We're talking about Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo. We're talking about top world-class player. So it'll be another level. But I'm sure he'll be focused, ready, and he'll give his 100%.
I love that. And we have to talk about Moreno up front. He's been smashing it. I mean, he's not really a striker, but he's been doing the job.
Listen, the guy's not a striker, but he's scoring goals.
Yeah.
He's there. Them headers. I'll have another header tonight.
Thinking, as a striker yourself, can you see why Mikel would put him up front?
I can see why when you haven't got the options, and obviously we've been lacking of that number 9. So Mikel has been having Havertz, who's not really a number 9, who's become one, and then he's thinking Merino is a similar style in terms of strong on the ball, can hold the ball, can make deep run, come in the box late. And we've seen it. He's really good with his head. So when the ball goes in, he always seems to find the right spot.
Yeah.
Come in late run, and he's just good in front of goal as well. So man, he's just no surprise.
Yeah, I mean,
surprise.
It surprised me a little bit because we've never actually seen him play up front. When we first thought, okay, we're going to play him up front, I was like, is this going to work? Listen, he's been absolutely smashing it.
Do you know? I think it's the way we play because we play a lot of triangles, a lot of players. That it doesn't really matter that you in the final third. We play the similar style when you're in the middle. All about finding little pocket, finding spaces. So for him, he doesn't really think, I'm playing as a 9, I've got to make run behind. He hasn't changed his game. Yeah. All he does is try to find the little pocket where he can find space and play 1-2 touch. And obviously, as soon as the ball kind of get in the final third, then he's there. And he thinks, all right, we're close to goals now. Yeah. Can I go somewhere where I might receive the ball and be able to finish? So for him, in his mind, he hasn't really change his style of play, He's still the same player.
Love that. So we're going to look at the bench as well. Look, we've got players on there. We've got people like Zinni, Trossard who can come off the bench. Who is like the person you'll go to first if, let's say, things are not going our way, we're 1-0 down? Who do you think we need to turn to off the bench?
I think the main name is obviously Trossard and Wanyeri will be the two more offensive players that will be able to create stuff going forward. But then after, sometimes it's not all about trying to get the players that are going to create going forward. It's get a little bit more stability in the field. If that's where we are lacking, or even a Ben White. Ben White is a different player than Timber. Yeah. Timber's amazing, had a great season, fantastic. I feel Ben White were giving us more going forward.
Right, okay.
And him and Bukayo Saka, I think, had an absolute amazing
good
partnership.
connection,
He used to overlap all the time. So sometimes you think straight away about getting the forward on. Quick, get the forward on, because that's the one that scores goals. But Ben White could be a great option because he'll be the one overlapping Saka, giving more space for him to create. So it could be a different mindset.
Listen, we've talked about our team. Now we need to talk about the other team that are here as well.
There's
and
a lot to talk
about. Real Madrid. Who? I mean, you can probably name the whole squad, but who should we be looking at? That's it's going to be potential danger.
Their front three. Front four with Bellingham, if you can him as a forward as well, is as best as you get anywhere. I can't think of any team that have as much quality going forward than Madrid. Saying that, though, I do feel defensively, I don't think they're that strong.
Oh, really?
And I think them four going forwards don't really track back too much, don't really want to do the defensive job, like really strict defensively. So I feel that's where we could really potentially exploit, is quickly in counter-attack transition. As soon as we get the ball, can we hurt them quickly? But yeah, listen, as soon as they've got the ball going forward, you've got players that individually
crazy. Even if you think about like Jude, like last season he had stupid season. I think he scored like 23 goals, 30 assists.
Amazing, yeah.
And this season, obviously, he's calmed down, but then we forget he's not even a 40, like he's a midfielder.
That's what I mean. Everybody thinks he's a goal scorer, and he's not really. He's a number 10, like a let midfield that comes in the box, that always at the right spot, but he's not a striker. And when you've got Mbappe, Vinicius and Rodrigo in front of you, you can't really go up front with them. You've got to make sure you give a bit of defensive, protection to your midfield. So, listen, them three, them four, another player that I love from that team, Valverde.
Oh, really?
He's playing right back
and
tonight.
He goes kind of under the radar a little bit.
Massively.
A big
Massively.
all-rounder.
Do you know why? It's because when you talk about Valverde, you don't talk about a specific quality.
That he has.
You don't think, he's super fast, or he's a goal scorer, or he's technically very tricky. No, you don't think of anything like that. But he's all around good. And it's not a surprise that you see him playing right back tonight. It's because he's so good that he can play anywhere. He can play any position. And he's just one of those players. You ask him to do a job, he'll do a job anywhere on the pitch. And he's, I'm a massive fan of him, man.
Where do you think we can, you talk about the weaknesses in defence. Where else do you think we could exploit?
Do you know what? I actually think if we win the battle in midfield, because when I look at our free midfield with Partey, Declan Rice and Odegaard, I actually think we've got a better midfield than they've got. You talk about Modric, as amazing as Modric been, he's at the end of his career. Do you know what I mean? No disrespect to Modric. He was
baller, by the way.
Absolute fantastic player, but can he run?
Yeah.
Compared to Declan Rice, can he catch up? And that's, I think, where we've got a bit stronger than them. We are home. And I think that's where the game is going to get, he's going to get won. If we can win that midfield battle, then we'll have a good chance.
Oh, brilliant. So we really need to make sure that we get a good result here, because I feel like also going to the Bernabeu is going to be difficult, man.
Mate,
we've done it before.
We've done it before, but we had Thierry Henry. Unfortunately, TT's over there doing the media work.
Listen, the thing is, I've told Jezza that I basically met Thierry Henry 3 times, and 3 of the times I've absolutely gone in myself. I've been scared. And he tried to call him off. I was like, please don't.
He did see me.
And he's like, I was like, please don't do this right now. I'm not ready.
We'll go after.
Man. But listen, we have to get a big result here to take it to the Bernabeu. Do you think we could get a result at the Bernabeu as well?
I think we can. I think if we get a good result tonight, even a draw is not a bad result, because you're going away. When you're away, your mind's thinking, let's just be strong defensively. Let's be well organised, and we have the speed and the quality going forward in counter-attack. And I think if we just, don't lose tonight, go to next week with a draw. Obviously, a win would be amazing. Do you know what I mean? Of course, that's the
that's what you want.
If we could win 2-0 tonight, that'd be amazing.
Over there, love that.
You've got so many ex-players tonight, by the way. It must be a big game, right? I think if we win or even a draw tonight, get back, and then just focus, go there, well organised. Going forward, I think we'll do something over there as well.
What's annoying me is that a lot of people have put us as like the underdogs. Like, wait, I remember there was a time where we had to go to Inter Milan.
Underdog at Inter Milan. Don't worry about it.
And they were like, we can't do that. Like, it's not going to happen. I remember being in my living room watching that game. Scared as well because of what everyone was saying. You can't go there, you won't be able to do it. And we ran out 5-1 winners. Same as when we went to the Bernabeu and
that's
left with a 1-0 goal.
Sometimes it's like you just think, we can't go to that place and win. We can't go there and result. But when you have to go and you know what you've got to do.
Come on! What's going on? It is a massive match. What's going on?
That's the surprise, right?
He loved that. What are you saying? I haven't a clue what you said.
No,
you understand dinosaur, right?
Go on. Result tonight, 3-0.
Oh, he's
that.
Confident. Absolutely confident. Nice one, Dinosaurus. In a bit, man. You going to get on the pitch later? Yeah, maybe? All right, cool. Hopefully Moreno's not too tired. Love that. But as I was saying, people have been making us like the underdog, but we've got big results.
Yes, we have got big result in
Like
big
Barcelona
places.
have come in, we've done the business.
We can definitely do it. I think it's just, do you know what? It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all to be the underdog and be called the underdog. I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, let's be honest here. The last few years.
Here it is. The music.
Yes.
That's what we love to hear. Oh man, now I feel like the game's about to begin. Oh, it's crazy. Even in the background, you can hear the supporters singing our songs as well. It's absolutely special night.
But like, I just feel sometimes big games, players just turn up. You know, you just see, you know, amazing stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, listen, I'm not scared at all.
Yeah.
I'm not worried at all. I just really believe that we can do something here and there next week.
There's one thing I wanted to ask you. Of course, going to Inter Milan, like, things were against us.
Yeah.
What was the conversation that Wenger had?
Do you know what? There was never a doubt.
Yeah.
There was no doubt. Like, we were doing so good, as we know, in the Premier League. We were unbeaten that season, you know. So, but for some reason, Champions League was not really working. Lost at home at Highbury 3-0. Right?
I remember. Martin's done about 1,000 backflips.
he was unreal, right? And then we knew we needed a result there. And when you know you need a result, the big name, they turn up. Thierry was ridiculous that night. Everybody, Canu played his part, Edu, Robert, it was absolutely amazing. And you just don't know why. Sometimes things just click, you just know you've got to get a result, and it just happens. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's easier to start a Champions League tie at home first or away first?
You know what? Back in the day when you had the away goals, I would have said it was better to be at home for the second leg, because obviously you could go there first leg, try to score a goal and not lose the game, get back home, and then you're like, we've scored an away goal. Now, doesn't really matter. For me now, it's just about both games. You just play a game, you win, you draw, you get a decent result, and then you go back over there. It for me, doesn't really matter. I know people have been saying, I would have rather play. Because you've got your supporters, right? And you're back at home. But realistically, for me, it doesn't really make a difference.
There's a big battle happening in the dugout as well. It's going to be Mikel Arteta versus Carlos Ancelotti. It basically hit like that's royalty right there. What do you think? How do you think Arteta can basically beat Carlos Ancelotti at his,
I think
his game here?
You know, it all depends how the game's going to plan, how the game's going to turn up. Listen, Madrid, that's what I was saying earlier on, is in the last few years, every time I see them thinking they're getting a bit old, they've got older players, they can't do it. Benzema left, then it was Cristiano Ronaldo left before, and then you just think, next season they won't do it, and they still manage.
Listen, they're just plucking up players. Like, their front three is absolutely crazy. They have Mbappe, Vinny, Jude, like Rodrigo, who doesn't really get enough plaudits on the right. But their team is absolutely crazy, and they just do it every single year.
And that's what I mean. I just think, talking about the managers, I just feel like it all depends of how the game's planned, how the games start. Are we 1-0 up? What do you do? Do you start thinking, well, let's just try to defend that and not concede? I think you just gotta go and play your football. Just go and enjoy it. Go out, play 100%, give everything you've got, and then second half will be when it's crucial time to make changes. Ancelotti's got obviously more experience, you know, in them games that Mikel's got. He might have as well, you know, more player on the bench that he can bring on that can change the game. But listen, Mikel will do the best with what he's got on the bench. And obviously, we all know the injuries we've got, and if we had everybody fit, it'll probably be a different game. But it is what it is. I still think we've got enough quality to get through that Real Madrid team. Man.
I love what they say about Carlos Ancelotti as well. They say sometimes when it's going tough for Real Madrid, he just raises his eyebrow and then he just starts to click. Hopefully he doesn't raise his eyebrow today. I ain't trying to see that. Oh man, we can see the boys warming up. Got the goalkeeper, David Wright is going to be running past us here.
Coming on.
Oh, I love that. They're getting the love from the supporters. That's what we love to see. Let's go, boys. He has got a massive game today to keep out Mbappe, Jude.
Do you know what, as well? What I'm thinking, right, is the way he plays and the way he's been asked to play, and the way he loves to play, right, is having the ball in his feet. and finding them through passes, right? When you've got Mbappe pressing at you, Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo absolutely 100% speed.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, boy, like
it's
you've
gonna be
got
tough.
some courage to still control the ball and want to still play through the line. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, talk about goalkeepers. Now they have to play a bit more. Like, what was it like?
They didn't play. They didn't play.
Was Lehmann good with his feet?
Do you know what? Jens was quite good with his feet, right? He never been asked to play with his feet. But Jens was just a bit slow.
Right.
So compared to David,
No offense, bro.
No offense. He'll know. He was an amazing shot stopper. But when the ball came to his feet, we were like, Jens, quick. Don't hold on too much, because he was quite big boy. And the time that he took to turn and when
how you doing? Right, you good?
they're much more mobile and agile and quicker on their feet with the ball in their feet. So it's just a different
man,
game.
that's crazy. Like I said, I want to get back to Miles, man, because this must be a massive occasion for him. Like, he's come through our academy and he's playing Real Madrid at home and could, play them in the Bernabeu as well.
Well, it's at the beginning of this season, none of us thought that he was going to be a star in 11, right? He was not even, in the squad, like he was nowhere near, right? And he's made through the squad, through the team, getting a star in 11 and got
so
that
many games.
position locked, that's him. And when you think of the left back we've got with Calafiori and them guys.
How you doing, man? You good? What's going on? You good?
And you just think he took that position, and now he's playing in the quarter-final of the Champions League against Real Madrid.
Absolutely mental.
And we are home tonight, so he might not feel too impressed. But I think next week at the Bernabeu will be something
know,
special.
with Miles, like, I feel like whenever he goes into a game, like, I remember him making his debut, and I was like, he's got to make sure that he's all good. Got through it. Then I was like, okay, second game, get through it. Man City bossed it. It's just everything we fight him.
That's what I said. He's got no fear.
Yeah.
He's just no one game when I thought, now you can see he's a young lad that just come through, right? He plays like he's 28 years old, like he's already got 300 games, Premier League games under his belt. Do you know what I mean? And it's just incredible to see that. He's just a special talent, special player, and a future, superstar for us.
Love that. And England, maybe that score on his debut is absolutely crazy.
Man.
When you talk about midfield battles, Declan Rice, he's got a job on his hands.
He's got a big job, man, and that's what I mean. It's just that midfield battle, 3 against 3, is just going to be the big thing for me. That's where we're going to see, can we control the game against them guys? And if we do, you'll see them going quicker to the front 3. Because they're not stupid. They'll see that as soon as they don't control the midfield and we dominate in there and we're on them, they're going to start eating in long, and they've got that option.
Yes, that is true.
They've got that option of going long over the top with Mbappe, with Vinicius, and that's something that maybe they've got that we haven't got, is that number 9 that can stretch the defense, that just go in one pass over the top. Did you see Mbappe's goal in the previous round?
Mental. Crazy.
Crazy. It's just, the guy's just insane. He's just like in one ball over the top. He's so quick that you just think you've got to be ready. You've got to give yourself a few yards. Don't go too tight, because he'll spin and then you won't catch him.
And that's going to be the danger. Like, those over-the-top balls, especially, we have, our centre-backs are quite quick, but Mbappe is just rapid.
He's just so quick. But we've got Saliba, who knows him from the French squad. So he'll know how to play against him. They train together. He knows that how quick he is. So he'll probably make sure if he goes on Kivio, he'll be like, don't worry, I've covered you. I've got your back, mate.
I love that. Listen, we are here in the Arsenal Stadium soaking up the lovely, lovely atmosphere. But basically, we had a home game at Highbury. Do you remember the 0-0 with Real Madrid?
Yes.
I feel like a lot of people forget about that.
Do you know what? That's that game as well. We were talking about youngsters that came through and played against superstars. My God, that Madrid team, R9, Roberto Carlos, all them, Zidane, all them players. My God.
It's absolutely
Talk
mental.
about pressure playing against them boys.
All right.
Wow.
But listen, we're going to take a trip down memory lane and have a look at that game last here at the Highbury ground. So take a look at that. Unfortunately, of course, that game was absolutely... Like I said, a lot of people forget about that game. Like, it was pressure. We beat them at the Bernabeu 1-0, then we had to come back home and make sure that they didn't score. Because I feel like with the attack that they had R9, like you said, they had Raul. If they scored, I feel like...
That was the Galactico times,
Yeah.
man. They were insane. Like, it was crazy.
What are they called now? They still called Galacticos or La Bronco?
I'm not sure, man.
Yeah?
I don't know. I think, I don't know. I haven't heard that for quite a while. It was back in when they had like R9, Roberto
Zidane,
Carlos,
yeah,
Zidane, Figo, Beckham, all them guys.
Crazy.
It was just that crazy team, man.
They need to bring that back. What would we call ourselves?
Oh, let's beat them tonight and we'll find the name, right?
We'll
figure that out after the game.
Oh, man. But listen, like I said, the atmosphere is going crazy. People are starting to fill up the seats here. The fans, the Real Madrid fans, you must have, experienced some of the Real Madrid fans. What are they like? Are they very good?
Do you know what? I actually played the Legends game with Arsenal about 6-7 years ago. And my God, you get into that stadium, even for a friendly game, right? It was just a charity. It was just a Legends game, just a bit of friend. It was full up, packed, absolutely packed. And then you just get out of that tunnel, and then you look, and it's so high.
Yeah.
You can't help to just feel anxious and feel feel like, oh my God.
Even for a friendly?
Yeah. It was full, even for, it was obviously for charity to raise money. So the fans have all turned up. It was amazing. It was an amazing day, and it's a special stadium, man. So, tonight we're at home in front of our fans. Let's get an advantage tonight, because when you haven't played at the Bernabeu and you go there for the first time, it could be a little bit intimidated. You do feel like, wow, this is a special stadium with a lot of history, a lot of, the supporters, and that is different, man.
Yeah. Other than the friendly, have you played?
I've never played like proper competition, because obviously that season I was on loan. Unfortunately, I was at West Ham and Wolves that season.
Oh yeah, of course.
So unfortunately, I picked the wrong season to go on loan, really. But I was obviously watching it and talking, to the boys and stuff.
Where was you watching? Where was you watching the game when we beat them 1-0 away?
I actually think I was in an hotel at Wolverhampton.
Oh right.
I was at Wolves on loan at that time, and I was and I was in my hotel room watching the game.
Yeah. I remember I was in my living room watching it. My mum was screaming in her ear. She was telling me to be quiet. I was throwing food all over the place. I was actually making a racket, because honestly, I remember we went to basically the game with left back. Flamini was left back.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, how are we going to get
that's what I mean.
This game?
And that's what I'm saying about football. You're playing against that team with all them like Galacticos name, all them big names, right? And then you're playing with Mathieu Flamini left back, and you think, wow, how are we going to get through it? And that's what I mean. Sometimes football, big stage, big emotion, it's the mind. If you're ready for the game, no pressure, you just go, give everything you've got, and magic things can happen, man.
Talk about pressure. Odegaard used to play for Real Madrid, so he's going to be playing his former club. Like, you've done it before. You've played your former club. This is a different scale. This is massive.
Things that didn't really go as planned for him at Madrid. So I'm sure that'll be a little plus for him to say, you know what, I'm gonna show you. You never really gave me a proper chance. Now I'm here, captain of Arsenal, and I want to get through to the semi-final. I'll show you now.
Yeah, especially, I mean, that must have been crazy. Like, him coming out today, leading the team out. It's going to be very, very interesting, and we need a big game from our captain.
We need a massive game. Listen, he's the captain, he's the leader. He's going to be massive today, as I mentioned. The midfield battle. We're going to need him on form today, man.
We need absolutely everybody on form, guys. The game is about to start. Well, not going to start. We're going to first talk to Timsy and Sharky in the studio. But before we do that, we're going to take a little teaser of have you heard of Guess the Arsenal Player?
Yeah.
You heard of it?
Yeah.
So we're going to give you a little teaser about that. So, guys, back to the studio.
We played at the Withdean, which was like, had an athletics track around it and about 5,000 people. It changed in a shed. It went like now.
Interesting. Right.
Interesting.
When did you play for Arsenal at any level?
Well, I'd done a trial at 9 and then got accepted and then was in the academy from then.
9 years old, okay. too.
Same. So I joined the academy after I was about 8 years old. Just found East London and I come to the academy, Arsenal Academy from there.
I had some trials when I was about 9, didn't make it unfortunately, and then ended up at West Ham for a few years, and then Arsenal snapped me back up in 2001 when I was about 15.
So I joined Arsenal when I was 12 years of age, quite late at the time to the players that were playing around me, because my brother was at the club at the same time, so the club didn't want to make a decision on me if I wasn't to the same standard as him.
So I was scouted on the bus. I was on my way to job centre.
On the bus?
On the bus. On the bus.
He's on the way to the job centre?
Job centre, yeah.
Right.
So a guy just came up to me and he was like, "Oh, you're a tall chap." I was like, yeah, I am. He was like, "Oh, do you watch football? Do you play football?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." The first question was, "Do I play basketball?" I was like, "No, I just watch it."
Yeah.
Then he asked me, "Do I play football?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm into football." Then he was like, "Oh, okay. We're recruiting youngsters."
Hello, everybody here from the live from N5 studio. What a special day and special evening we have in store for us. And I'm joined by a man I think you just saw on your very screens. It is the one and only, everyone give it up for Sharky!
Thank you, that was nice. Thank you guys.
How are you doing, Sharky?
I'm feeling great, Timsy.
Yeah?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. We're matchy today.
We are, because we're very good friends.
And that, but also for good reasons.
Why?
A little bit of a retro throwback because we are, of course, playing Real Madrid.
We are.
You excited for the game?
I'm buzzing.
Yeah?
Timsy, I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
I'm 29 now. I'm getting up there, right? And I remember when I was 10 years old watching us play and beat Real Madrid.
You were 10?
I was 10.
Oh, wow. I'm old.
So I'm saying,
I was older than 10.
Yeah, but it's been 20 years.
Yeah,
we haven't played them in 20 years. So I'm really up for today because it's a big one.
And I'm sure you're not the only one. We're here full of guests. I'm guessing, give it a round of applause for yourselves as well. Yeah. A wide-ranging age as well. So I'm guessing some of us maybe not even born when we did it. Some of us we were definitely born. Yeah. But that's fine. We're all here. We're all Gooners. It's going to be a great evening. So first off, I feel like we have to start with the social media roundup. You know, we love diving into the best of social media that we've seen this week. So we'll go straight into it. As you can see on the screens, we've got a tweet that Arsenal sent out, and that was, "Gooners, did you go to our 2006 Champions League encounter with Real Madrid at Highbury? We'd love to see any photos and videos you've got." And of course, the fans replied. So Alex Rubin, taken from the back of the East Stand. If you look at the screen there, as much as I miss Highbury, you can see how cramped and enclosed the lower tier back rows were. You could honestly, I didn't even realise it was. It was that bad. Yeah. So yes, I was there. The best 0-0 draw I've ever seen, but I didn't have a camera with me because it was the pre-smartphone era. Crazy to think. It's a long time ago since that. It was. And I mean, there are plenty more tweets, as you can see, appearing on the screen right now as well. But I mean, if we talk about that, so a beautiful time, as you say, almost 20 years ago now.
Just under 20 years.
I mean. Where were you? Do you remember where you were when you watched it?
I was at home. Obviously, I was 10 years old, and this was like my first real season watching Arsenal, right? Because we just won, we just beat United in the FA Cup final, like that season before that. Yeah. So I was like, cool, I'm an Arsenal fan now. I lived in North London, and that first season for me was that year, right? I don't remember the home leg, but I remember the away leg.
I think
21st of February 2006.
He knows the date.
21st of February 2006. That famous game we beat them 1-0. Yeah. And obviously the return leg was pretty soon after. But it's just like I remember it. So it was kind of vaguely, but I remember the final vividly. But that year was the first year for me as an Arsenal fan, and I would have been watching at home for sure. But it was special, and obviously growing up as well, and the amount of times it gets referenced. You know, Thierry Henry, like that famous goal in the away game as well. It's just it's magical. It's a big part of our history, especially that game, and being the first ever English club to beat them at their ground as well was big. Yeah,
it was a historic time, I think, for us as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And was anyone here lucky enough to be at the game at all? No. Oh. You went to, okay, right, grab the mic. This is an exclusive. This is unbelievable. You're making history.
I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But yeah, no, I was lucky enough to be there. He stands up. I've pretty much where that photo was taken was pretty much where I was sitting.
No way. So you were there, East Stand, at the game. What was that atmosphere like? What can the Arsenal fans expect from a game like tonight?
Oh, they'll be buzzing.
Yeah.
Tonight, we'll be buzzing. It's been a long time coming since they've come back. We will have a good atmosphere tonight.
And then did you make the return journey? Did you go to the
I
Bernabeu the
didn't,
week after?
no.
Oh, okay.
No, I was pregnant, so I couldn't do the return journey. But yes, you know, I think tonight we will be buzzing for this.
For sure. Yeah,
definitely.
Anyone else remember that game at all? No?
It's so crazy, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think Sharky knows the story, but...
It's my cousin, by the way, so he's about to tell the story. I don't know what...
It's crazy, yeah?
Don't put him in it.
The way I remember that game was, because obviously people make fun of me because they say I've got a hernia in my stomach. Yeah, it's funny. Right now. I've actually got... No,
it's the nerves.
No, but I've got a hernia. And I discovered I had a hernia at that game.
Really?
When that game was on, yeah. So every time when someone goes, oh, you got a hernia, I'm like, yeah, I remember it, because I remembered it. First time actually feeling it was the Arsenal Madrid game where we beat them 1-0.
You should probably get that checked out.
I do. I have to get it checked out. But I also...
20 years and you said it's still got it.
I remember that game so well that I remember the commentary. He scores! Yeah. He scores for Arsenal at the Bernabeu. No more, no less than they merited. Arsenal, the Ghana Galactico.
Oh my God, you got that? Hey, round of applause, that is amazing. Wow.
So yeah, that's one of my favourite games.
Incredible.
It was a good
I mean, that's a great way to finish that segment. You've nailed that. You've nailed that there. Now, I think we were going to show you a little VT, but I think we have a special guest. No, we don't. We need a mic. We need the mic.
We got the mic. Don't worry, we've got the guest still. But
I think we have the guest coming in. Do we? Yes, we do. Okay, so everyone, we have a lot of guests coming on the show today. Obviously, big game. The stars don't come much bigger than this one. She's the star of Industry and played Amy Winehouse in Back to Black. Please, everyone, give a round of applause to Marissa Abella. Hi, Marissa. How are you?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Great choice of colour, by the way.
I know. I have a shirt too, but I think I'm wearing that shirt today, but I've not got it on yet.
Nice.
Yeah.
How are you? How have you been?
I'm really good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, great, thank you. So, do you get to come to Arsenal a few times?
My uncle has a season ticket,
Nice.
so I have been quite a few times. And when I was younger, I actually went to Highbury a lot.
Nice.
But
was that your photo of the East Stand? you sent in the tweet?
I haven't seen it.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
I'm jealous. I've never been to Highbury,
I do have a picture with Patrick Vieira actually.
Okay.
From Highbury.
Wow.
But yeah, but this is it's actually my first time at a game in a long time, but it's a pretty special one.
Yeah, you've come to a good
picked
one.
a good
You've
one,
come to
yeah.
Okay, so you come from good Arsenal stock. You say you've got a proper Arsenal family.
Oh yeah. I mean, my family are big Arsenal supporters. My brother, who was here with me, had like Arsenal wallpaper growing up.
Yeah,
it was like
that's when
big.
you know.
Yeah.
Did you also have the Arsenal? I had that as well. Like, did you have the Arsenal curtains and lampshades and stuff? Come on. It's a big Arsenal. How you doing, mate? What's your name?
How are you, Jack?
Jack.
Yeah.
Lovely. Welcome to the show. Okay, so talk about this wallpaper. Unbelievable.
Do you know what? It was white wallpaper, Arsenal badges everywhere, pictures of like Fabregas, Henry, all around. Had a little Arsenal blanket on the bed as well. Yeah, man. It's bringing back lovely memories.
That's so good. How are you guys feeling about the game tonight? It's obviously a big one in our season.
Excited. Yeah, I mean, it's like the first time we've had a game like this in like 20 years. It's really exciting. What about you?
I'm so excited. I mean, I'm so excited to be here, but also, I mean, we just saw the lineup. Like, it's just like feeling really real, and I'm excited to see how it goes.
Nice. Do you have any like pre-match rituals or stuff that you go to when you know you're coming to the Emirates? Is it always the lucky red coat, the jacket, or?
Red is always good.
Yeah.
I am a North London girl. I live around the corner, so I guess I'm also reminded whenever a game is happening because everyone...
Oh, you can't ignore it.
You can't ignore it. I'm Highbury and Islington Tube Station.
Yep.
I'm like, why is it so busy? And then I'm like, oh.
Yep.
But no, I think also, I mean, we were talking about this before, Jack likes to sort of place a bet on a game every now and then, but like not for Arsenal.
No, I can't bet on Arsenal.
Nice.
I feel, yeah. You can't mess with fate.
No, I also like have to be wearing the same colour, so whatever Arsenal are playing in. So like obviously if they're away, I'll be in that colour, and I can never wear the colour of what the opposition players.
Okay. Yeah. No, that
obviously.
is. Yeah. If anyone, hang on. No, we're all good. We're all good. Yeah, for sure.
No, very white.
A little question as well on industry.
Yeah.
I mean, for you, how has it been, like the reception to that, and just seeing how it's grown? How's that been for you?
It's been really good. I'm filming season 4 right now, so I came back from I came back from Cardiff today for this.
Wow. Nice.
So
the film industry in Cardiff.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that
Wales.
normal?
I mean,
no, I just don't think Cardiff.
I guess a lot of studios have in Cardiff. Yeah,
okay.
Lots of filming studios are in Cardiff. We still film around the corner from Doctor Who and his Dark Materials and all that stuff. So yeah.
Nice. And then, is there any like Arsenal themes on set as well? Like any other actors that are kind of secret Arsenal fans?
Are there any other secret Arsenal fans?
It's your job.
Actually,
You've got
to be fair, I was like flexing to a lot of people that I was coming to this game, and like one of the crew members actually was like, I'm a big Spurs guy, so let's not have that conversation.
Did you get him fired?
I was like,
he's
I was like, thanks so much.
Amazing. Okay, so before we let you go, we need a little prediction.
Okay.
I know some people don't like it, but I feel like if you can give us a little prediction, there's no wrong answer. Well, there is a wrong answer, but
I'm gonna say that. I mean, we've just seen that Saka's starting. I'm gonna say that it's 1-0 to Arsenal. Saka in the first 25 minutes, and then we just go heavy on the defense.
Yeah, I love that. It's proper George Graham vibe.
I don't like that you said defense.
Sorry.
So American.
Been in America too long.
I'm gonna go. I reckon 1-0 as well, but I reckon Trossard off the bench, late on. That's what I'm going. And I also think that this is the game that Lewis Skelly is announced on the world stage as well. I reckon he's gonna have such a good game.
It's getting me so excited. Amazing. Well, Marissa, thank you so much.
Before we got a gift for you because your brother's got a scarf. So we've got a live from N5 Arsenal scarf.
Live from N5. We're official. We're official.
Thanks so much, guys.
There you go.
Thank you. Thanks so
Amazing.
much. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much.
See you
later. Hopefully, one of those predictions come in.
Yeah, of course.
That'd be great.
It's pretty realistic.
It could
be a tough game, and we're really strong defensively. If we keep a clean sheet today,
you never know.
We're setting ourselves very well for the next leg.
We're going to be talking a lot about the game, and I want to get all of you guys involved as well. But I think we'll continue with our social media roundup that got rudely interrupted by our lovely special guest. So I think there's a few more tweets that are going to be coming up on the screen. Oh, no, it's the host diary clip. My apologies. So, I'm sure you guys want to know what happens on a match day with our presenters. So here is a little clip for you.
And the Arsenal! Let's take a look at the big screen for the Arsenal starting 11. Goalkeeper, David Raya. Number 2, William Saliba.
Game's about to start. As you can see, the fans is going absolutely crazy in here. The chaos back, football back here in the Emirates. Let's get into it. I need to film some goals going. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, lucky.
Goal scored by Mikel Merino, just waiting for VAR to get us through. Give me the all clear. Confirmed.
Get in! Come on! 1-0.
The Arsenal goal scorer, number 23, Mikel!
Amazing little insight there from what our presenters get up to on a match day. Amazing.
I love it.
I'm surprised I didn't see you up there.
Yeah, I know they did. Because me on the match day, I'm just biting my nails the whole time. I don't think that's content, Timsy. I don't think it's good content. Yeah, nah.
Right, let's get our next special guest in. Everyone, I need to... so much noise for this ex-Arsenal player. He's a legend around this stadium. It is, of course, Alex Song! Alex.
Yeah, good.
How you doing?
Right.
You good?
Yeah, good.
Welcome,
Hi, everyone.
Ah, amazing. How are you, man?
I'm good. Long travel.
Yeah?
Yeah, so
Where did you come from?
I'm come from Cameroon, from my country.
Well, that is a long way.
Very long way. Direct flight, direct train, everything is like...
You made it.
But yeah,
I made it.
You put the effort in because, you know, it's a big game tonight.
Very, very big game, you know. All the players want to play this game, and it's good because we play home, and that's the opportunity to see the big team.
I love it when ex-players say we. I still just like, you know, when you say we, because is this your home?
Of course, definitely, 100%.
You've played in so many big games like this, right? How did you get yourself up for stuff like this?
Honestly, when I'm looking from now, I was not like think about too much, you know. I was only focused upon the game because when you know we play against big team, you always want to win the game, you know. Yeah. And then obviously when you play home, you want to make the fans happy, everyone happy. You say, oh, today is my day, I will make it. I will give 100% to make everyone to be proud of me. That's what we do, and then what's the guys that we do tonight.
Love that.
Amazing. Now, I mean, how much would you have loved to be involved in a fixture like this tonight against Real Madrid? I know we had a lot of great fixtures, Barcelona and the like, but what is it about playing Real Madrid, especially at home?
Especially, I remember like 2006, I was a very young player, starting playing professional player. We have like Thierry, Bergkamp, it was unbelievable, you know, it was an Albury. For me, it was unbelievable. I couldn't sleep before the game because I was saying, oh, Real Madrid. I think a lot of guys they here today, they have so much experience because they play a lot of games. It's different when I was maybe 18 years old. For different those guys, I think they play some of them. They play World Cup. They know the big game is very important. And when you play home, like when you play that game, you want to show the people like I am here because the big game is the big players.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And then obviously at home. 0-0 draw, and then the following week, what do you remember about that historic game?
Oh, that game was unbelievable. That day, the first day we went to stadium, it was unbelievable because I was watching them when I was a kid, and then I was like this saying, I am here. That's me. I was looking at myself saying like, I'm here, you know. And then when the game started, I was in the bench, be ready if the boss give me a chance, the guy play very well because we have a great team, great players, great mentality, and then they do very well. I was in the bench. When I come 15 minutes, it was 15 minutes left in the game. Then when I'm coming the pitch, I was saying myself like, are you playing this game with this guy? Are you playing this game? It's that game I couldn't like, because today like football changed, but that game you have Ronaldo, you have a lot of great players in the past, Raul, it's a lot of players. For me it was something crazy because after the game I was asking the shirt of everyone like giving me the shirt.
Did you get anyone?
Yeah, I get Zidane show.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I had shorts. Because like the shirt was the one he gives to somebody else. You know, it was. But I get some shorts.
Shin pads, laces.
I was a kid. You know, like I wanted. Like it was a very good experience, honestly. And then I'm sure the guys. We will do something, I'm sure about that.
Amazing. And then making the move as well to the Emirates, you had a lot of memorable nights here. How important is it for this current crop of players to make history and put in a good performance in a game like tonight for the Emirates?
I think it's very important. I remember me when I was playing here, we was playing Leeds and Thierry was coming back, and then that day before the game, because Thierry and me, we have like the same agents. The guy look after us, like Darren Dean is a very good man. And then he told me like the day before, he called me in the night saying like, guys, you have to do everything today. Thierry score. I said, don't worry, I will make him score tomorrow. I will give him the assist. Don't worry about that. And we bet, and that day.
And you did. And you did.
I did it.
Unbelievable.
You know, it's like something like I think a lot of guys tonight, they want to do something. You know, sometimes you have some bet with your family or friends to show them like, hey, today, this game, you see what I can do.
Yeah.
And that's why I expect Booker to do tonight, because this guy is young guy is unbelievable, great player. A lot of all those guys, they're doing good.
Yeah. I was gonna ask because Bakayle's back for this game. It's his first start since being injured. what have you thought about him as well, and how he's turned this into like he's the star boy of this team? You know, we all love him. So, what do you think about someone like Saka leading this team and starting for today, for example?
I think he deserves it because he show everyone every time he's coming the pitch. We see last time when he come in the pitch, like after 6 minutes, he scored a goal because this guy is showing I'm the boss.
Yeah.
You know, everyone knows that when you want to play, you want to show everyone like I'm not here to joke. I'm here to play the game. I want to show, and those kind of game. I'm sure definitely you want to show people like when you play against Madrid, I am Saka, guys. I will don't give you chance today, and then everyone have to go with him, you know, because when the team playing very high in the high level, we have a good result. You know, we have to go all together, defend together. We have to attack together. That's the most important in football because when you play with the team together with some people there on the bench, anyway, we have a good manager. Mika is doing a very good job, and I'm sure that tonight they're 100% focused to do very well.
Amazing.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah. It's so good.
I'm in awe because, like, me growing up, like, proper, and I played in a position that you play. Obviously, no one near as good as him, but, like, I remember, like, my password growing up had the number 17 in it because of him, you know? Like, so for me, Alex Song is, like, it's a big thing for me as well.
Do you
like,
want his shorts and shin pads?
Yeah, because we used to wear them. No.
Definitely.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, no, this is amazing for me.
Yeah.
Man. Like, it's good. It's good to have you here as well, back at the Emirates as well. It's good to have
Thank you guys.
For sure. And also, before you go, playing at the Emirates, what are some of the best memories you've got of playing in the Champions League at the stadium? I know a lot of memorable results, but for you here,
I have a lot.
Someone said Dortmund.
Oh, I think a lot of people remember Dortmund.
You know that game, Dortmund, like that game. I was in this situation. I'm just having in my head. I got the ball, and the boss said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Everyone was saying, "What are you doing?" I said, "No, that's my moment today. I will tell you. I just go." I was focused. I know today we have an opportunity. We have to score goals because that game was very difficult for us.
Yeah.
And then we need some things. Like I said, okay, that's the opportunity. I have to shoot. He said, "Alex." I said, "No, I go." And then the rest is the story. When I'm watching this one, my boys, they love it to see it. I'm so proud of myself what I did.
For sure, as you should be.
I think everyone was proud of you. That skill, you always had it in your locker though.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
It was a very underrated aspect of your game, I feel. You know, you're obviously defensive midfield, but you also had a bit of...
No, of course, you know, like football, like, you know, every player want to show, like I said, any game you want to show like you're the best. In that game, I want to show people like, today I'm in the pitch and I want to do something special. And that day, like I said, that when I got the ball said, "No, Alex, give him the ball." I said, "No, I don't go, I go."
That is so good.
When it works, it's good. If it doesn't work,
of course, definitely. I agree. If it doesn't work, I'm dead. You know, sometimes you have to take a risk. And it was the good risk.
Of course.
And also, the right side of the pitch. You know, if you do that on your own 6-yard box, it's different. But up there...
I agree. I was foul. That's why if I lose the ball, someone can take it behind. But
And if Robin's in the penalty area as well, just go, come on, put it on my head. There you go, you know. Alex, thank you so much.
Thank you very
It's been
much.
amazing.
Always
I
a
really
pleasure.
appreciate
Always a
everyone.
pleasure.
Everyone, round of applause for
Always a
Alex.
pleasure.
There you go, a little present as well.
Thank you very
Live
much.
from M5.
Alex.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Amazing.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Alex. Legend.
Thank you.
Thank you
There
very
you
much.
go. Oh, what a guy. Thank you. Woo! Oh, I love Alex. I'd love it when ex-players just say "we" the whole time.
Yeah, man.
It makes me. It fills my heart.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Especially like
when I retire, I'm going to say that. It's like, oh, I used to
Retire
work
for
together. My job. I don't know. I just want to be there in some old shorts and
no,
shin
Arsenal
pads.
will always be we.
Yeah,
right? It will always
always.
be we, and it's a good thing having players that play for this club still feel that connection as well, and come here and support the team. And it's easy for them to just go, you know what, that was part of my career as a job for me, and I'm done. But no, you see it with a lot of these players. They love this club, you know, and we love them.
Yeah.
So it's
Sure.
amazing.
Talking of ex-players as well, a little break from the special guests. Earlier in the week, we asked Perry Groves for his top 3, and here they are.
First, your favourite Arsenal goal that you scored?
I scored a winner against Everton in the semi-final in '88 up at Goodison Park against Neville South, and he was the best goalkeeper in the world, so that counts as 2 really, so I want an extra one. But I scored the winner. It's no better feeling. I scored the winner against that bomb up the road at Highbury in front of the North Bank. And me being a gooner from little boy, Uncle Vic obviously been captain in the 50s, all my great-granddad's. And Alan, we were 2-1 up, and Jez relates this, right? 2-1 up. Alan Smith runs through with 30 seconds to go. So everybody's thinking if he scores, game's dead. I'm thinking, I hope he don't score. Because if he scores, no one remembers my winner today. He gets a third one. So he ran through, he hit the post, it come out. Everyone, I went, get in, like, so I was like that. So,
They're like, why is Perry celebrating?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So score, but then being able to lose my mind, and the best experience I've ever had. Actually, no, my second wedding was brilliant. Because in case my missus is watching. So, but jumping in the North Bank and losing it completely for that 30 seconds, where you become player, but then you become fan. That you can't buy that. If someone said to me when I was a little boy, by the way, you're going to score the winner against that mob road in front of the North Bank, do you know what I mean? I've gone, yeah, I'll retire. That'll do me.
Oh, amazing. What's your favourite goal from the current squad? Just one.
Yeah, I'd say this season I'd go for Calafiori up at the Etihad.
Nice, yeah.
Because like cutting in onto his weaker foot and bending it with his right foot in the far corner, and it's the game as well. The magnitude. I think like it's easy. I heard Ray say it's easy scoring a worldie if your team's 3-0 up home against Leicester. You try everything, didn't you? But when you're playing against, nobody knew then that their legs had fallen off Man City. You know what I mean? So they still had that bit of aura, and to score that and put us in front was, I thought it was different class. And Calafiori, he's one of those players from whether he's playing left back or goes midfield. If he plays more regularly, he'll get you 6 or 7 goals a season, which is a major bonus.
Yeah. And favourite goal of all time?
You know what, there's only one. It's Michael Thomas, up at Anfield in '89. That is the greatest goal ever in football history in this country. Ooh. Trust me. I'm a gooner, obviously, but again, it's what it means. Liverpool were the best team in Europe at the time.
Perry goals.
Amazing from Perry there. Perry there. And we took that question to a current player, Declan Rice, and here is his top 3.
I'm Declan Rice, and this is my top 3 goals. My favourite Arsenal goal of my own has to be my debut goal against Manchester United. It was the day it felt like I introduced myself as an Arsenal player, with Man United being a massive rival. To score at the Emirates last minute was such a great feeling, and yeah, one that will stick with me forever. Favourite goal scored by my current teammate. I'm going to have to take you back to my first season at Arsenal. It was the opening day, and Bukayo Saka come in off the right, 30 yards out, whip one top corner. The Emirates erupted because we come off the back of an amazing season the season before, and I'd just signed, Timber just signed, and I was just taken back, to be honest, and to see that goal live was incredible, but also the Emirates for the first time in the Premier League was a special goal, so that's one that always sticks in my mind. I think my favourite goal, just in terms of the whole play and the technique and how it happened, was Dennis Bergkamp away at Newcastle. Still to this day, I think so many kids and people around the country have tried that first touch, tried to get the spin on the ball to come back, and it's never happened. And to this day, it's like a miracle on how he done that, and then to shrug the defender off and slot it in, it was just class. And everyone that speaks about Bergkamp say he's the best player they've ever played with. So for me, that's the best goal I've seen.
Well, an amazing top 3 from Declan Rice there, but here in the studio, it's time for another special guest, and this is a very special guest, multi-award-winning musician. She's won the Ivor Novello Award, the Mercury Prize Award, and she's an actor as well, plus a massive, massive gooner. So please, everyone, massive round of applause for Little Sims!
Okay, likewise.
Welcome to the show.
Thank
How are
you.
you?
Thank
okay?
you. Yeah, not too bad. How you
Looking
doing?
great. You've chosen a great kit.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I've got the same one.
man.
I've got the same one, so you know what we're doing.
It's going.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Good.
Yeah.
So it's a massive, massive night. For you as well, I feel like you, of all people, know how much it means to like the local area. For a game like tonight, it's so big. So for you, how important is this game?
I mean, it's super important. Highbury's on fire right now. The country's on fire. There's such great energy in the air. I feel really positive. I feel confident, and so yeah, man, just want the boys to bring it home.
Nice. Do you have any like players that you're looking out for that you feel like could do something special tonight?
Yeah, the boy Ethan for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Saka of course, and yeah, those 2.
Amazing. So also, where will you be for the second leg next week?
For the second leg,
It's
I'll
in
just
Madrid.
be watching it on the TV.
It's in a great city.
yourself out there.
I don't think that's gonna happen this time around. But yeah, no, I'll just be watching it on TV. Yeah.
But say we win tonight, though.
Mhm.
Could be a little last minute shop online for a flight over to Madrid. There's worse places to be. You know what I mean?
True.
I'd love to talk about your music as well, just because you're so amazing. I'm sure all of us here have listened to your music.
Thank you.
Just for you, I think a lot of people in a lot of industries just burst onto the scene, but maybe struggle to stay consistent and stay at the top. But for you, you've had such an amazing organic rise to the top to now where you've got like a show at the O2. How's that? I mean, yeah, round of applause. Round of applause for the O2.
We're all going to be there, right?
Yeah. We are going to be there, right?
Yeah,
we're there.
All of us. My name will be plus 15
there.
as well.
15?
Yeah, if you can, I'll be. I've got a lot of siblings.
Yeah, you're welcome, of course.
But how has it been for you, and how excited are you for that show?
I'm super excited, man. Yeah, this is my biggest show today. It's the O2 Arena. It's like you always, as a musician coming up, that's like the venue you kind of dream and wish to play at. So to now be doing it and headlining my own show is incredible. But I think it's just, I give it all to the people that have been supporting me. Do you know what I mean? I feel like my city's really championed me and lifted me up. So this show, for me at least, is an opportunity to give them my thank yous and just put on an amazing live experience for them.
You're talking like a footballer now. That's what footballers say. They go, I just want to give back to the fans. It's great.
Yeah, man, it's for them.
So also, if you could compare maybe like the nerves that you get, maybe you don't get nervous, but say like the expectation and kind of the vibe before a big performance to maybe the nerves you feel like when you go to the Emirates and you watch an Arsenal game, which is maybe a bit more out of your control. You know?
Right. It's I don't know. I think it's like adrenaline, innit? It's like there's something within you that it's nerves, but it's not. It's excitement. I think you just kind of take it and put it behind you and let it drive you and make you go out and do something incredible.
It's good because a lot of these players will be feeling the same way that you feel before a big show, before a big game like this. And it's about how you deal with it because. A lot of them, almost all of them, haven't played a game to this magnitude in their career just yet. Especially, you spoke about Ethan. He just turned 18 a couple of weeks ago, and now he's probably going to come on today and feature, hopefully. But against Real Madrid, it's such a big thing. So it kind of is good to see the parallels between someone who's performing and getting bigger venues to players and sport.
For sure.
It must be a lot in your head.
I mean, it's a stadium as well. This is not even an arena. It's like, it's crazy. So many people here.
How much would you love to eventually play the Emirates?
That would be insane. Is it? Does that happen here?
Yeah, they do shows. Like
really?
Coldplay,
Concerts, Really? You're
bigger than Coldplay.
Okay. I didn't.
Put it in your vision board. Like you need to perform at the Emirates. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
You got all the Arsenal lads and girls just on the sidelines as well, just waving their hands.
And my plus 15 as well because
it's plus 15.
Yeah, so I get 15 guaranteed for 2 Emirates. Yeah?
Okay.
Yes.
If you can make it happen,
right, we've got that.
That's all you.
Amazing. Well, listen, thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you for
Thank you
appearing
guys.
on the show. Everyone, round of applause. You get a little present.
Gift for you, a live M5 scarf.
Amazing. Everyone, give it up for Little Sim. Thank you so much. Thank you. Right. Amazing. Thank you so much. Show whoever. Amazing. What a woman, man.
She's super talented.
She
one of the best this country has to offer for sure. So it's good to have her on
100%.
and to know she's a big Arsenal fan as well. It's amazing.
We have another big Arsenal fan about to come into the studio. Another superstar. It is British acting royalty.
It is.
You might have seen him in the new series Adolescence, which was just hit Netflix. Incredible actor. I love this guy so much. Please, everyone, give it up for Ashley Walters. Welcome. Great to see you, man.
Yeah, man, I'm blessed.
Ashley, how you doing, man?
I'm good, you know.
Yeah?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm excited.
You're the first person I've seen in this kit. This
I know it was a bit of a mixed match today, still, but
hey, it's not right.
I still wore a kit. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Man.
Exactly.
So you're looking forward to this game? I know you come to Arsenal quite a lot.
Yeah. This is probably the biggest game for me.
You reckon?
Well, this season, definitely.
Yeah, you go to big games though.
Yeah, but this is a big one, man. Obviously, obviously our title challenge is looking a bit peak, and I'm holding on to this,
innit? All that goes out the window for tonight because it's a different competition. We're still in it. We can knock out the champ. We're playing against the holders, the 15-time champions, seen as the greatest club in the history of football.
Yeah.
And they're coming to us.
Yeah,
the greatest
yeah.
club in the history of football.
Bro, listen,
Yeah,
I am confident. You don't have to convince me. I'm confident, bro. I'm confident. Like, this is, look what I'm wearing. Come
Walked
on.
out the club shop.
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's it. I've even got on underneath.
No, that's not.
Whipping, you know what I mean? Come on.
I love it. Now, we talked about this a little bit earlier in the show. 2006, that historic fixture against Real Madrid, those two legs, making history then. What are your memories of that game?
Not a lot, man. Nothing. None of the history matters to me right now.
Yes.
Now, I'm just keeping it real.
Okay.
Like, we got to make history tonight.
I love that.
We got to make new memories. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's what it's
we need
about.
you in the changing room.
Yeah. I'll go down there. You know. I feel like I should go down there.
We'll get it sorted somehow.
Yeah,
Hoff can sort it out. Amazing. Also, I feel like we have to touch on adolescence as well, which is just one of the best things I've ever seen on TV. For you being such a key part of it, like how was it for you seeing the reaction and seeing how much praise it's got?
It's amazing, man. It's always amazing to get love for the work that you do, and I don't think we ever knew it would be as big as it is, like globally. It's like a little show set in a little town just outside of like Leeds, so you don't expect that to kind of translate to the rest of the world, but it did. But I think it was a key moment because it just allowed parents all around the world. It just gave them permission to start having that conversation with their kids that I think everyone was kind of scared to broach. I mean, even in my house, things have changed. Devices less, phones less, do you know what I mean? All of that stuff. So if it had that effect on me and I'm in the show, I can't imagine what it had, on the rest of the world. So we're really proud of it. Really, really proud.
Also, I have to talk about the whole one take thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone's seen that as well. It's like unbelievable. Did you get like? I'm guessing you almost got pre-match nerves. The boys in the change room,
mate.
feeling the nerves. For you, you're like, I need to get this take.
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking. Obviously, you're learning the whole script. Usually you shoot scene by scene and it's out of order, you get time to practice, but you got to learn the whole script before you start. So it's like being on stage, it's like being in a theatre performance or something like that. And it was scary, man. There was a few nights where I was looking in my mirror in my apartment, crying to myself that I don't think I'm going to be able to achieve it. But the director and, the rest of the actors were really supportive and we did it, man.
It's
amazing.
It's like you said, performing on stage in theatre, but the difference with this is performing on stage in theatre, you're there. But here it is one take, but at the same time, you got to be aware of the camera angles and where you got to stand at what time and what shot. So it's a lot more difficult in my head.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Moving
You're right.
out of
Well,
places.
it's like being on stage, but then you're acting like you're on TV. And both of those disciplines are quite different. But yeah, it was amazing, man. Like, and once we practiced and we learned what we were doing, the cameras and everyone else sort of disappeared. It was a beautiful dance. So it was like a team effort. You know what I mean? Like a team game. Always trying to bring it back to the Arsenal.
I love it. Well, we'll let you go. It's almost kick-off. Thank you so much, Ashley. Everyone, please give it a round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We want to give you a scarf as well, a Life from N5 scarf for today.
Come on, you Gunners.
Let's go. Amazing. What a guy. Oh, what a kit as
Selling
well.
them scarves. I'm not good,
No, yeah. You'll be outside the station
just
after.
give it to everyone. They got a scarf.
Right, now, before we go, it's time for the My Arsenal rewards. For you guys at home, if you want to be in the studio on a match day, make sure you get involved. So as you can see on the screen, yeah, it's there. Don't forget, so if you want to join us on a match day, you can. All you have to do is head to the My Arsenal Rewards Hub on the website and redeem some of your points. And because we're so nice, it is a massive game. We've got 50 points to help you out. So make sure you enter the code on the screen now and be quick as well, because you've only got until 10 o'clock tonight. So there you go. But back in the studio here, Sharky, thanks so much, mate. I appreciate it. We'll be back with you guys at half-time. Very, very quick prediction. Very quick.
2-0.
2-0, amazing. I think everyone says 2-0, I say 2-0. And so now it's over to the commentary team, Dan Roebuck and Adrian Clark. Over to you guys.